classmates and mom. We are the group 6 and today we will be reporting on our topic, challenges of global cities. I am Renee Margot Sabana and today I'll be talking about the inequalities. Inequalities. A global city can attract more and more population, particularly the skilled and the rich population that make the economy of the city grow. These group of significant people, they are called investors. So, however, as a city attracts more capital and richer residents, you see, real estate prices in the city, they go up, and poor residents, they are forced to relocate to a distant, cheaper, and a rural areas where they will be encountering a set of problems such as fewer jobs, insufficient government services, lack of public transportation, geographic isolation, and restricted access to quality healthcare. So, this is where we can see the inequalities. So, people from places come to the city in hopes to find a better life. But there are no guarantees. There will be no guarantees because, example, OFWs, they have a bachelor's degree in the Philippines, where they will be considered as professional here in this country. But majority end up being maids or servants in a globalized city despite having such qualifications.
Hi, I'm Ernest John C. Tado from Group 6 and I'll be continuing the discussion of my group mates. So, this is where we can evidently see inequalities. Through a lot of people from different places come to the city in hope of finding a better life or job, it is still not enough of a guarantee that by relocating to the city, your life will be drastically improved or your lifestyle will be improved. The example of this is OFWs. They have also bachelor's degree in the Philippines and they are also considered as professionals in the country. But most of them or majority of them still end up being underemployed in globalized city despite having such qualifications. And some of the countries right now hire people with working experience, but most of the people right now don't have any experience in working, and that's one of the challenges we face right now. Next is congestion. Given that the global city attracts more people, the population will inevitably rise or up, and thus congestion will become a problem. A traffic jam is one of the best examples we can use when describing congestion in a global city where they invest less on public transportation. Most of the workers right now use private vehicles in going to their work than taking a public transportations. The masses would rather use their private vehicles for their commute rather than public transportation such as bus, taxis, jeep, train, and etc. As a result, roads will be fully occupied by mostly private vehicles containing one or two passengers each, where they will only spend a couple of hours using the vehicle before they reach their homes after work. As more people flock to a global city, then that would obviously mean that the population would go up if the city's infrastructure cannot keep up with the growth of the population along with the number of vehicles. Naturally, the congestion would only get worse and it will not be solved until now.
Hi, I am Jessica Villaroza and I'm continuing the discussion of my group mates. So in addition on what Ernie said, you can also observe that the land or property prices in global city is more expensive compared to a rural prices. For example, if you want some extra space because you used to live in your province where it is normal to have a wide lawn in your house, you might confuse yourself in the fact that you are paying a lot of money just to have that extra space in your garage. And for the next challenges of the global city that I will be discussing is the environmental problems. Due to the sheer size of the city populations across the world, it is not surprising that the urban areas consumes most of the world's energy. It is because there are a lot of consumers in globalized city, which means producers can stop produce the products to supply the demand of the population. And did you know that the urban areas consume about 75% of the global energy and emit between 50 to 60% of the world's total greenhouse gases? This figure rises to approximately 80% of the indirect emissions generated by urban inhabitants are included. And where do producers get the ingredients or materials for their products? It's obviously it came from our mother nature. They extract resources from our mother nature without taking full responsibility for the mess they are making.
Hello, my name is Francis Sumagang, and I will be continuing the discussion of my groupmates. So, an example of environmental problems present in global cities are mining companies that destroy the Earth's ecosystem. How do these mining companies destroy the Earth's ecosystem? Well, these mining companies negatively impact the environment through deforestation, erosion, contamination and alteration of soil profiles, contamination of local streams and wetlands, and lastly, harming of wildlife and their natural habitat. Furthermore, global cities have been initially targeted as one of the major contributors of pollution in Earth. Specifically speaking, pollutions such as air pollution, land pollution, water pollution, and lastly, noise pollution. Moreover, global cities are responsible for two-thirds of greenhouse gas emissions, making them one of the main reasons why we are experiencing global warming right now. So, to conclude our topic, through global cities, we see the best of globalization. They are places that are exciting fusions of cultures and ideas. They are also places that generate tremendous amounts of wealth. However, sites of great inequality, where global servants serve global entrepreneurs. The question of how globalization can be made more just is partly a question of how people make their cities and society in general just. Though we can say that global cities are the peak of societal advancement, where we can have groups of financially capable people working together, there are still apparent problems that we must pay attention to, and these problems are the ones that we discussed throughout this presentation. And that will be all from the Group 6. Thank you.